5 tips, 5 ways, priceless, that you can make your business more environmental friendly. And why is this important? It is important because the customers, or if you look globally, the trends that we are having, people have become conscious of their environment. People have realized, have seen evidences of climate change. People are worried about the trends that we have in regard to climate change, in regard to waste management, in regard to our environmental, the degradation, the certification, all these big names that describe our environment being destroyed. And people have seen and have been affected by companies, industries that are during their process of operation, have caused harm to the rivers, have caused harm to the oceans that we have. People have seen the negative impacts of the activities that are in relation to production. So then, as a result of all this, now consumers prefer to buy from brands, from businesses that are more environmental conscious. They are willing to buy from people who conserve the environment. They also want to buy from products that do not cause much harm to the environment. So then, if you're just having your own business there, how do you make your business more appealing to consumers who want products and services that are environmental friendly? How do you make sure that your business observes the environmental consciousness that are more environmental friendly, so that we can attract more consumers or more clients? 1, shift your lighting system to LED. Like, do not use the ordinary bulbs or the ordinary tubes that you use to light up your shop, to light up your salon, to light up your kinyozi. Either way, whatever business you're doing, if you need to light the place, make sure you're using the LED, energy saving bulbs. Okay? It is very simple. You just need to shift your bulbs to energy savers. Okay, I understand. Not all businesses that are going to use energy savers. Some of them will require more the ordinary bulbs that are high consumers of energy. But if you can shift your bulbs to energy saving, how is that important? It is because the production of energy, and especially because I know most probably you're not using renewable energy. If you are, good for you, good for you. But if you're still using the energy that we have normally, there is a lot of emission that goes to the atmosphere in the production and distribution of that electricity. So then you need to make sure that you use it well. Okay? A lot of pollution has already occurred before you get the power to your shop or to a physical area. So then you need to make sure that you use it well to try and minimize the amount of pollution that can be associated with the whole process of generating, distributing, and usage of that energy. So if it is your business, maybe you have a whole supermarket, make sure the bulbs that you're using, the appliances that you're using are more environmental friendly, are energy saving. If you have a big premises and you can be able to shift to energy, clean energy, renewable energy, solar energy, wind energy, and others, please do. Please do. That is one step of being environmental friendly. All right. The other one is going paperless. Go paperless. If it is possible, go paperless. We have seen even government parastatals, government agencies going paperless. The courts in Kenya, you have seen their registrations shifting, so you can do the same thing. If you have to invoice your clients, use the online invoicing systems. All right. If you have to document, do it online. If it's a communication, do it through the email, do it through WhatsApp, create a group, and all these other online facilities that we have. Okay. But in another video, we're also going to discuss and look at is the internet environmental friendly. But before we get there, for now, shift online. Now, of course, we know most of the paper that we have comes directly from trees. Very little of the paper is usually recycled, and so the more we use more paper, the more the demand of paper is high, the more we have trees that will be planted to be cleared in the near future for the usage of paper. And we have so many other uses, other functions that require paper. So if we could cut on the offices or in our processes, if we could cut the amount of paper we use, then the demand would be lower. And of course, this will reduce the pressure that is usually exerted on our natural resources. So that is the point number 2. If possible, go paperless. Issue receipts online or in softs. The other one you could encourage at your workplace is cycling to work, if possible. If your guys could cycle to the office or the workplace, well, encourage them to cycle if it is possible. If it is not, how about you get a company vehicle that picks all your guys and brings them to work, other than every one of them using their own car. This is called car pooling, where you use one car to be able to bring in all the people that you need in your company. And then that car, of course, maybe later will go to other businesses. So that way, you reduce the amount of fossil fuel that could be burnt if each and every one of your employee came in with their vehicle. Okay, so that is also a way that you could make your company more environmental friendly by reducing your carbon footprint as a company, by ensuring that people can either cycle, they can walk, or if not, if it is possible, make sure that you pick them all using a vehicle and then drop them off in the evening. That way, you reduce the fossil fuel burnt by transport if each of them wants to use their private cars. Okay? The other one, now this one will save you coins, is making sure that your lights are off if you don't need them. The normal lighting systems, if you don't need your lights, say it's in the morning, make sure all your lights are switched off on the staircases, in the offices. When you don't need them, switch them off. In the washrooms especially, you find there are those bulbs that are always on. Somebody forgets and nobody switches these bulbs off. And most of the time they are on. They are still consuming on the energy that is really causing a lot of trouble to our environment. So make sure you can be able to switch off the lights, all bulbs, all corners when you're not in use. The other one in relation to lighting is making sure that your workplace is well ventilated. If possible, during the day, try as much as possible to use the natural lighting. This saves you the lighting or the electricity that could have been used otherwise for lighting. Then unplug things that you don't need from the socket. If you are charging your laptop and it is done, then just unplug it. If you are charging your phones, you're charging your cameras, once you're done, unplug them. All right. The other one is that those devices that you're using in your offices, for example, printers, scanners, that you don't need them every now and then, put them on power mode or switch them off. Because if they are on, they're still consuming little amount of energies. And of course, train your employees to be conscious when it comes to energy consumption. Of course, this will save your bills as well as conserve the environment, making you more environmental friendly. And of course, your consumers will see you as somebody or a company or a brand that is responsible socially. Okay. The last one, which is can be done with time. If you're in an office, shift from your desktops into the laptops, or not necessarily from desktop to laptops. Switch your devices to devices that are more energy efficient. Maybe you find an ordinary desktop consumes more energy as compared to to your laptop. So if possible, the desktops that you have in your office, replace them with laptops. Of course, pole pole kulingana na uwezo wako. So shift your desktops into laptops. That way you save the amount of energy that is usually consumed by the desktop. And of course, other things like the flexibility of your workers, or even other things like space. You save on space and such things. So that is another one that is really going to save on your company reputation, all that can make you appear to be more environmental friendly. Of course, there are so many. I only wanted to give 5, and most of them, as you can feel, as you can see, as you have heard, are on efficient usage of energy. Okay, so make sure we are using the energy very well. The aim here is to ensure that we produce less greenhouse gases. If we emitted less greenhouse gases, then we are winning in this fight against climate change. But if we keep on producing more greenhouse gases, then we are losing day by day. So make sure in every activities that you have in offices, these are just a few simple examples. This video is supposed to be an eye-opener. Maybe you realized, I don't have to shift from desktop to laptop, but I can do this. Okay, for whatever the action you feel that you need to do, then make sure that the goal, the big picture in the shifts all in your activity is to reduce the amount of emissions that we have. The emissions that we let go into the environment is what is a problem. So if you could be able to tackle that, to reduce on that, then you are becoming a business that is environmental friendly. And like I said, there's a shift in the consumers from ordinary businesses to businesses that are more environmental friendly. Because if your business is more environmental friendly, then you are considered to be a responsible business, socially responsible brand. And so what is good than that? Because if the consumers accepts your produce, if they want or there's a demand for your services or goods, then it means profit is coming in. Other than just not the profit, you're saving the environment. So it is either a win-win. You cannot lose in this. So I'll see you in the next video, but till then, keep safe and God bless you.